What's up guys, it's Talon here, and in today's video we have a viewer VOD review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Niansah, and we're going to be analyzing some of his arena gameplay. I'm going to go over what I think he did well, and what I think he needs to work on. But before I get into this viewer VOD guys, if you do enjoy my content or find what I'm telling you helpful, please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications. Also, if you wish to support me by using code TALON.FN, it would be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's just jump right in. Alright guys, as you can see on the screen we have Niansah's POV. He's going to be landing at this house by Steamy. I believe there's a bunker chest there. We're going to take a look at his early off-spawn engagements because they actually are quite a bit. He gets a free elimination on this opponent starting off. Very free, like I said, bunker chest being there. He's going to get some heals off. He's going to then quickly get into another engagement. Now he should be pretty confident. He has a mat advantage and he's going to have a health and shield advantage. Smartly gets this chest up. See if he gets extra minis. Now he should be extremely confident in his keying. He has a regular pump as well. Now he's going to hear this opponent down below. You hear the click of the makeshift, so we should know, okay, he has makeshift. More than likely he's at health advantage due to loot density and already having elimination. He hears the opponent cracking down below. And he sees him build a wall here. Now, I like the decision to go outside there. That would have been a bad peek for him to go, so this is a good decision. Gets right here on a right-hand peek right on this opponent. Now, didn't read the red X on his screen. Obviously, he actually does no damage to this opponent. Good idea to get a ramp in there, make things awkward, and then the opponent does kind of the same thing. And he goes to go for piece control there, which you can't do, so it's good to break through. I like him setting up like this. Good 82 crack. He full boxes. The opponent doesn't have a lot of mats. You should know that with him landing there. Gets that cone. This is a right-hand peek, which easily allows him to win the fight. And he's health and shield advantage. A good, smart off-spawn fight. Not forcing anything too early. Two very solid, good engagements. We're off to 2 kills. Let's kind of skip on through here. Go to the next portion right here. We see white tags with the infantry rifles, so that's going to be an immediate key. Of course, we know that we have significant health advantage. Even if this opponent has minis, we saw a lot of white cracks. So right here, good. I like the pickaxe bait right there. That's smart right there. Good back wall. Spray through. Ooh, very nice. Good pickaxe baiting, not committing too much. Had some opportunities to end the fight there, though, early on. Just let the opponent kind of escape up. It's a nice little crack right here. Gets it. Nice. Opponent has given up. But we already knew that we were going to be at significant advantage. So good start, good key right there. Way to end that fight quickly. Alright, we move on to this next engagement. Now this engagement is going to be long and drawn out. And this person he's fighting is actually a very decent player. So it looks like we start off with this fight here. It's a nice little tag, but he's at disadvantage. That was a good attempt. They both are hitting for very little damage shots because of both right-hand peaks. I like this decision. Use mats to get up and out. We saw this in the Wolfie's VOD review, creating a lot of space to get heals off. This works incredibly well. He's baiting the big. I think that's very, very smart. Now that's a it's a right-hand peek, but it's kind of scuffed. He gets the opponent to kind of overcommit. If your goal is to get off big, he could go back into the space that he previously made. Now he, again, does this, creating another box for extra space. I think it's a good, smart decision. Now, bad crosshair placement misses the shot. But again, we create a lot of space, use our minis, get our bigs off. That's not going to be a great angle, because you're both on right-hand peaks. It's whoever's got better reaction time. It's really kind of a 50-50, and he has the worst shotgun. Now, had time to pop minis there, I think, in my opinion. Pop the minis off and then going for that. The opponent wasn't super aggressive. We don't know their mat counts. So good stuff. That fight did take a little bit long, but just a little bit less 50-50 on the peaks. We're going to go to see him eat some cabbages here as he rotates in. Get to see to eat all these cabbages. Now we see this particular... Alright, we go into next engagement now. We're going to be third-partying this fight. We're going to pop a pepper, get over there quickly. It's a free elimination on that opponent who's just blindly sitting on the wall. Good peek. This is an Arkham peek right here. You see a good attempt at a Noah Riley cone slide. Good pickaxe bait. Now I would place a ramp right here because a good opponent's going to use that brick wall. But he took it. Smart. That's a good decision. Good pickaxe bait. Very, very, very nice. Now got a little bit too greedy with the swing. This is good crosshair placement. Now baiting the minis. Good AR pressure. Just a little bit slow on the reaction time. The opponent gets a ramp through. It's good to place a cone down there if you want to do that when you're at significant health advantage. Now the opponent has fish. So as you can see, is already healed up from very, very low. And now this is a poor decision right here to go for big. And the reason why is that opponent's incredibly weak. And now you've traded heals and you're pretty much the exact same HP. The fight is completely reset. We don't know his loadout. We don't know if we have whites. But obviously this is pretty W King. It's a good right hand peek. It's a double swing. You can see the player's not making any decision. He's cutting off all angles. Now, a lot of swings. A good opponent's finally going to make an edit. He does right there. This fight is kind of taking long and drawn out. And that's from taking the big and letting the fight reset. He drops down and gets the right hand peek. Opponent has fish. Sets up a Metro Classic. Smart to get the wall one tap. And then gets a very nice Martaz ramp. I really talk about that technique. We saw that in the Chapter fight review. When you have an opponent who has a ramp above you, you could simply turn it into a 50-50 and or cone, whatever, and just place it behind your head. Break it, put it behind your head, turn it into a 50-50, and with that significant health advantage it was worth, ends up a free elimination. We go into this next portion. This fight is going to be, I believe, a little bit scuffed, a little zip line foolishness. You realize that's the NPC, doesn't fight it. I'm going to take the zip. He's going to see this person. Probably better for AR tag. This is a 50-50, but it does definitely work. It's created a lot of chaos. Good decision to place the cone up there and then reuse the build. He gets the finish. I want to recommend consistently doing this. It's a nice little tag right here. The opponent tries to do the same. They trade. He actually wins. Opponent jumps off. Good aim right here. Now this is recognition that a Metro Classic isn't going to work here because of the terrain. So just be aware of that. Try to get that wall off a little bit sooner as well. Better prediction of the opponent. And then instead of, I don't mind the 50-50 there because you're at significant health advantage. Just make sure to place a cone and or a ramp and edit it. Good opponents are going to be able to, because then what ends up happening if you're under a ramp, a good opponent can make a huge counter play. Just make sure you get that cone down, honestly, when they're that weak on that Metro Classic. That'd be my recommendation. Now, he runs into a little bush rat. Create some space. Good, more space. Pop bigs. Now, I think this is completely fine. You're caught off guard. You're a little bit surprised. Get your heals off and reset the fight. It's also a pretty good sign if they're camping in a bush in arena. They're not the best. Now, that's a horrible 50-50 to take. And it was very, very poor aim. That's probably the worst engagement we saw. Just stay up top. You can take the floor. I'm much more confident, too, with doing that with the Scar. Niansah is not controllers, so not the best play, but it ended up working, but he almost did get eliminated there. Now, he's taking a med kit for some good HP. Here's an opponent come up onto him. Opponent grabs the walls. That's a good attempt. That's good recognition. Tarping in a little bit. Good escape route. Barely took any health. That's great. Really great job. That was probably the best engagement. Let's just rewatch it. What he does so well there. So good. We'll watch it at half speed. It was very, very good mechanic-wise. but it was just a good counter. You got him to overstretch. You got him to overstretch right here. He hits you for a little bit, and you get a nice little right-hand counter peek. You go through, you have edit control on that wall. You edit through, basically get a Mongrel Classic. The opponent's caught on the stairs, completely scuffed, and then ends that fight incredibly fast. 10 eliminations. Let's keep on going into the next portion. We're going to skip on through here. Alright, we're now in endgame. We're sitting here up on height. Not a significant amount of players left, only 5. Now, constant AR pressure right here is the exact play what you want to do. Because he got bowed as well. You saw the shield crack. One bullet will actually kill this opponent, and he's gonna... It's exactly what ends up happening. And this is getting a good high ground position. Now, with them sitting on high ground, this should be a very easy victory royale with the amount of players left remaining in the game. Even an old school kind of just bases we saw. We get a nice little reconnect here. We pull zone as well. Honestly, there's no harm in spamming. I'm assuming with 11 eliminations, he has max AR ammo. Good recognition that this opponent's trying to crank up for height. Good. Gets full box control, 32. Good. That's a right-hand peek. Fantastic. Now you get even a nice, better refresh. You're probably max materials are closer, at least max brick. Now there is 2 opponents left. This is my always advice, but this isn't a tournament setting. They're not going to be close. Now zone looks like it's finally started moving. Crack through, get ahead. These opponents are just placement players, as you can tell, just tarping forward, not even challenging for height. And now getting ahead, you see the benefits right here. You get ahead of this opponent and making spraying easier. And that's confidence. But it's going to lose you high ground. So drop down for the kill, losing on high ground. Very good retake right here. Steal high ground from this opponent. 43. Yep. So here's the big mistake right there. You're in a 1v1v1. If you've watched any of my VOD reviews, if you're in a 1v1v1 and you want things to go smoothly, like if you need an impact, but I doubt you needed an impact, right? Because you killed someone right at the start of first moving. So dropping down for this elimination, sure, it's good, but you threw the victory royale right here. This is good. Fortunately, that guy doesn't also crack you, but now you gave up high ground. You gave it to this guy who's ahead. So one, you have to burn a bunch of mats, but you do retake it. Block him, cone him off. Now look, poor crosshair placement and more of a 50-50. The opponent cones you off and finishes you off, and you throw a 13 or a near 15 kill win. Just play a little bit smarter. Let those 2 fight and get ahead and hold back. Trust me, if you get ahead and be where that guy is, you could just hold them all with your SCAR, and that'll get you the victory right there. Let's go into game number 2. Alright, game number 2, we get a nice little pre-fight damage fry. This is more of mid-game. 6 minutes already into the VOD, no kills. We'd have spaz. Ooh, okay, very nice mechanics there. We hear makeshift, so we should be thinking significant advantage. Should be confident in keying that. Good AR tags. We've already got some pre-fight damage as well. We should think, yes, we're definitely at advantage. Good crosshair placement. We see some very good pickaxe baiting. Now stay. Nice, very, very worth. I don't mind going 50. So one, he has makeshift. He can't one-tap you. You have spaz. You should be confident. That's not a bad 50-50 at all. You've already done pre-fight damage. 50-50. Just make sure you hit the shot next time. Now this engagement, we're going to start off. We hear tac shotguns. We know high fire rate. We want to play. Don't want to play super duper tight because they're going to win in that situation. If you edit right there, maybe go for the cone slide. Probably couldn't with that angle though, to be honest. Good, we got set up on a... Nice, we're trying to bait right there. Now that peek is not very good. Good crosshair placement right there, 121. Nice, I like the going for the 1 mini. Now let's go make some pressure on this opponent. Good, we protect from the third party. Pretty safe to assume that we already hear them pop in the big. I like the trade there. I think that's a much better understanding of, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to get through fully built metal, and he's going to get that off. I might as well get third party there. And unfortunately, that opponent actually ends up getting taken out to fall. But now we should know that we're pretty much advantaged. We have a regular attack, and this opponent is playing incredibly psycho. He gets 200, and that's exactly what you need to do. Someone that just is completely running at you, brain dead. It looks like they didn't have a lot of health. They think that you're weak when you're really, really not. And you get a free elimination. Nice pre-fight damage right here. There's a lot of kids here, so you got to be incredibly careful. Good. I like the air spray against the wood. We're getting on a nice right-hand peek. Oh, that gets stolen from us. That's okay. Good. That's good recognition. The opponent's waiting. He hears the other one come back in. Cracks right through. Good block of the escape route. We hear this opponent going out, so we have stink bow, so we're going to pressure their boxes with it. Get some nice, a lot of decent white ticks right there. Gets that front roll. That's good. A pre-box right there. That's a good edit as well. It's right-hand peaks. Actually freed that opponent up. But instead of jumping, just do a clicks peek on that window edit. A minor mistake, but this has caused this fight to go a little bit longer. But you hear makeshift, so shouldn't be worried. Now, you hear him trying to craft. You hear him craft right there. And then he just one pumps when he edits out wildly instead of trying to get heals off, which is a little bit strange. But quality of opponents are not always the best. Let's jump on into the next portion here. Alright, we're in half and half on zone. We're going to hear a car pull up on us. We're going to tarp in. Probably not going to have the best mats. We're getting focused. We burned a lot of mats at this point. I don't know if we can't see the inventory, so we don't have any more minis. Yep, he switches to a big. Smart. See him heal a little bit. Now he's going to drop down. Shotgun shot is pointless at this range. You need to hip fire with the AR instead. Oh, that was nice though. That was really good mechanics. Let's take a look. That was really good. It's piece control to the finest. Oops. Let me get it to a half speed real quick. So we're going to drop down. Using the shotgun at this range is pointless. Use the AR and spray down. This is really, really good. 21. Gets full piece control right hand, and then boom. Very nice crosshair placement. That's going to be a nice refresh. That's going to get us ready to go into this moving zone. Good. We got to hit that shot. That's just... Oh, we did hit the shot. It actually just didn't show. Actually won the trade by a little bit. Only 4 opponents remaining, so not a significant amount. We decided to pop big. Nice right-hand peek right here. Smart. Play the Scar at that range. Not worth the take with a bow. Now we're going to get pressured right here. Not significant enough damage with the... Yep, switch. That's the big thing that I've seen in the last couple is recognizing weapon ranges. And now playing at the very, very backside of zone is not great. Especially when it's not a stacked lobby. There's no reason to be getting held. Just play ahead more. That's a big, massive thing. That cost you in the last game. And you're fortunate to come out with a dub on this game. Oh, we gotta hit that shot. Great pre-fire though. Good recovery after missing that shot. Nice, you get a very fortunate refresh, and you pull zone. So really, really good stuff. Heal up, and watch the rest of this end game. But your life becomes a whole, like for example, in a tournament, you never would want to be in that situation, especially if you have the ability to rotate early. This is kind of the same thing when I'm talking about like inactivity. It's like just go ahead and get ahead. You're playing towards the backside of zone. Now these guys are also doing the same thing. Good headshot bow. But this win becomes incredibly so easy if you just get ahead. Now the opponent's actually ahead of you. Now he's cranking up. Now you're chasing him. He's playing aggressive. He's playing more for placement. Getting into a build fight. Very good mechanics. Nice little crack right there. Oh, that was nasty. Good piece control right there to finish that. I would say the biggest overall thing is in these end games. One, we'll just kind of let this play through in the background. I'd say the biggest thing, so we saw a very good mechanic, always on a right hand peek is the best thing that I always saw. Never really took any bad peeks. Good pickaxe baits throughout. Very sound W keying knowledge. Saw it on display again, getting 13 eliminations and then 9 eliminations in the second game. Always on a right hand peek. Good mechanically, very, very sound. We saw a couple of overzealous 50-50s jump in. And then there was a fight in Colossal Crops where the fight was drawn out just because trading bigs when you were at health advantage, got the minis off, you continued the pressure. Had a lot of opportunities to finish that fight. And then in the end portions of the game, the thing that really stuck out to me that definitely needs some work is understanding of the importance of playing ahead and how you can still get those late eliminations, because even in more of a tournament setting, that's incredibly important for playing tournaments. But even for Arena W King, it's amazing. If you just go ahead and hold and get to zone, you can hold everybody with your ARs, let them fight, and it cost you in the first game, and you're fortunate it didn't cost you in the second one when you were at the backside of zone taking 10, when you had the opportunity to just early rotate, get in, and then you can hold that particular individual. Holding is incredibly important. I know you want to W key, kill everyone with a shotgun, but you definitely still want to use the Scar. Overall, very good, solid player. We saw a lot of great mechanical plays. We saw a very good right. And you see right here, even these are all pretty much right-hand peaks. This is a right-hand peak, just kind of even trade. We saw very, very good on walls. I like good crosshair placement, good aim. And like I said, just the main thing to really work on is making sure you're playing ahead and just not to be overzealous, just spraying. And be a little bit more cautious at bushes too, because I remember that was the guy that gave you the most amount of trouble in terms of nearly dying to someone that you're clearly better than. But that is going to do it for today's viewer review, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications. And I hope I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace.